Welcome back, my name is Carrie, and today I'm going to show you a new off-grid prefab home from a company that specializes in custom kitchens. Over the last few years, I've noticed a lot of people entering the prefab space from many different industries, including tech, traditional construction, hospitality, and now custom kitchen builder. That's right, a custom kitchen builder and former furniture manufacturer is now building off-site prefab cabins, and they are very easy on the eyes. When I started this channel, I had no idea there were this many companies building, let alone the different features, styles, and price points available from all over the world. The more I dig into what's available, the more excited I get about what this industry has to offer. The company I'm talking about is called Konga, with their off or on-grid cabins that have a look that I think people are going to be excited about. What I'm going to do is tell you about the company, check out their prefab, and let you know the price. Konga is a company that's now building cottages that can operate completely off the grid. They're a family business with a conscious footprint at the core of their philosophy, inspired by their son, who used to call his socks Kongas. As such, they're on a mission to make sure their footprint has minimal impact on nature. If you've seen any of my videos, I talk a lot about what's going on in the prefab industry. New companies, new homes, companies expanding, stuff like that. A trend I've noticed is some prefab companies are being started by people outside of construction with business experience who are taking their idea to people with construction experience to help them get started. But that's not the case here. Before Konga, the founders built their expertise manufacturing furniture for 15 years, spent 5 years in hospitality, and currently operate Konga kitchens. I usually leave the kitchen specific content for my kitchens and crafts channel, but what they're up to needs some airtime over here because the saying how you do anything is how you do everything applies, so I think the craftsmanship that goes into the kitchens will flow over into the prefabs as well. On top of that, the architect that designed one of their kitchens also designed the Konga prefab, so to fully understand what these things are all about, I think we need to understand what they've got going on where they started. First of all, they cut and craft the facade of every Konga kitchen from a single oak log. Not the only time I'll be talking about logs in this video, but more on that in a second. They say it takes a lot of precision and craft skills to make perfectly matched structures from long pieces of wood, but the result is worth the effort. We do not waste any bit of wood. After cutting the facade, we use hardwood leftovers to produce drawer boxes for your kitchenware. It is our way to preserve natural resources and make them cost effective. Two takeaways from that. Number one, they aren't attempting to be the fastest builder in the world. It's noted right on their website that it takes added skill and likely effort to make the facade the way they want it, but the juice is worth the squeeze to get the result they want. Number two is they aren't wasting resources, using the hardwood leftovers to produce other parts of the kitchen instead of just scrapping them. In the kitchen, it's noted that the goal was to create a space for active use and erasing borders between the rooms, a place where the kitchen smoothly turns into the living room and the living room becomes the kitchen. Let's see if the same applies to the Konga prefab. I've looked at a lot of prefab homes over the years, and after a while, some of them do start to look the same, but I don't think that's the case at all with the Konga prefab. They've added some elements that make it unique, most notably the burnt wood exterior. I've said a few times in other videos that I like the look of a light wood exterior with black trim, but this is a whole other level. It's almost entirely black with black trim, and they sneak in a bit of the lighter wood accent on the front overhang. I personally think it looks awesome on the Konga, but this thing has a style about it that you don't get on every home, so I wouldn't attempt black wood with black trim on any old factory built home. Without the style element, I don't think it would work. It certainly wouldn't have the same effect. The description says our Konga off-grid cabin is about being at any place you favor, about natural surroundings, waterfront, dense forests, about the power of renewable resources, free of charge. Free of charge? Now you're speaking my language, but no, you don't get these things for free. You do have to pay for it, but what they're talking about is the cost to operate the unit in utilities bill, and with the ability to be completely off-grid, that's free of charge. I think this is a big trend that we will see more of going forward. Sure, kind of a layup prediction, almost like calling out that next year will be 2023, but you know what? Taking it. Already, it isn't uncommon for companies to offer solar, and some even include them in their base pricing, but I expect it to become even more common going forward because companies that aren't currently offering it won't want to lose market share to those who are. Described as a self-sufficient oasis, the prefab Konga cabin takes it a couple steps further with a whole suite of off-grid features to ensure sufficient renewable energy, including a rooftop solar system, a wood stove and water heating system, rainwater collection, and the use of a freezing toilet. When I first read the home had a freezing toilet, I thought it was designed to withstand freezing temperatures, but I think it intentionally freezes. I don't know everything about frozen toilets, but I think the general idea here is the logs and everything else are frozen until you're ready to dispose of them. Because correct me if I'm wrong, but frozen crap is more sanitary than room temp crap. Makes sense. If that doesn't interest you, it is noted that they do offer the prefab Konga home to be on the grid, in which case everything just goes directly into the sewer. Another cool feature about the prefab Konga home is it's built not to require a foundation. They say either you want to use it for hassle-free leisure in nature, as a productive working space, or as a backyard house. Konga Off-Grid serves it all. It comes as a modular building that requires no particular foundation. This in turn allows them to set it up on site in one day. It's built in a factory, delivered to the site, and you can move in the same day. It's pretty fast. Inside, the home looks just as cool as the outside, with the tagline 300 square feet. Where comfort meets sustainability. In only 300 square feet, they're able to include 2 sleeping areas for up to 4 people, one of which turns into a workspace. The interior of the home uses a lot of their wood of choice, which is oak. They have oiled oak veneer on the walls, oversized oak planks on the floor, and a lot of the furniture is also made of oak. One of the worst parts about buying a home, in my opinion, is getting it and realizing immediately after making a substantial purchase that you have to turn around and open your wallet again to fill it with furniture. Yeah, maybe some people have furniture already, but I don't care what you say, it isn't going to fit perfectly in this space because it was purchased for another space. Konga must have realized that furnishing a home sucks because they include all furniture in the purchase. It's pretty sweet. I like that because it's one less thing you have to think about, and you know it's going to fit in the space, because it was designed for the space. This is a furniture manufacturer turned kitchen company expanding into prefab, so it would be criminal if I didn't at least take a couple seconds to see what they've got for the kitchen in this sucker. They are kitchen experts after all. In the kitchen, the prefab Konga home has cabinets with aligned fronts and their signature zero waste 25 by 25 shelving system, which looks sweet, and on top of that, the kitchen space is fully equipped for daily needs, including a fridge, gas stove, sink, and well-planned storage area. Before I wrap this thing up, I am going to check out their pricing, but keep in mind pricing can and usually does change, but will be accurate at the time of posting this video. The price currently isn't listed on their website, but I was able to track down some figures on an article recently posted by Dwell. It's noted at the end of the article that the home starts at $110,000, and because they're built in Lithuania, they're currently only available in Scandinavia, which is good news for the folks watching in Europe. The prefab Konga home is a new 300 square foot cottage being built by a custom kitchen company in Lithuania. Another new home provider leaning into sustainability and off-grid options, with the option to go fully off-grid without the need for a foundation. They're currently marketing the Konga home for people looking for a vacation home, an office, or a backyard home. I think the fact that they're building them in such a way that services won't be necessary for use definitely opens a lot of possibilities with less groundwork. There hasn't been a ton of information made available about the Konga home just yet, so I'll definitely be following along with what they're up to and posting updates right here on my YouTube channel. That's all I've got for today. If you like manufactured home videos, make sure to subscribe to my channel because I've got new ones coming out every single week. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.